Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and we've got probably a multi-story news update coming because there was a ton of small stories in the Magic world. So watch for that next. We'll probably be uploading later this morning. But this one I had to cover separately. Oh my gosh, he's finally gone. No, not Mark Rosewater, the next worst person allegedly at Wizards. So not Aaron Forsythe. That's why I said allegedly. Oh no, Mr. Finance murdered the game. Nothing matters but profits, short term over long term, allegedly. Cris Cox is out as CEO of Wizards of the Coast. Now, I'm not saying allegedly because I'm trying to dodge a lawsuit here. I don't have hard evidence, like proving it was Cris Cox coming in and saying, do this, do that, make more money, basically drive a bunch of customers away but steal money from the whales, do this manipulative thing, do this horrible anti-community change. He was allegedly, according to multiple accounts of like friend of a friend, or this person allegedly self-reported used to work at Wizards of the Coast. But I've heard it so many times from so many places that I'd like to believe it, because all the changes started when he started there, pretty much. I mean, that by itself is pretty intense evidence besides, all these secondhand accounts. So the move to Amazon, that was him. Directly competing with stores, that was him. Secret Lairs, that was him, allegedly. But there's a catch. I don't think I'm going to leave it for a mystery twist at the end here. You probably already saw the headline. He's moving to be the CEO of all of Hasbro. So do you think he's going to sit there and continue to micromanage Wizards of the Coast? No, I don't think he would have taken the job if that was the case. Is he well aware of what's going on at Wizards of the Coast? Yes. But does he give a crap? Well, I'd say no, because otherwise he would have done something about it. He was like Mr. Businessman, short term, abuse the customers now, and if they don't return, oh well, not my problem. I can work at a different company. So the typical, Wall Street finance, I'm a business major kind of idiot that just comes in and either drives a company to the moon or into the ground, and 9 times out of 10 it's into the ground. And I wish I could quote someone. Oh, we've got a spicy backstab of Wizards of the Coast on Twitter from someone. Watch the next video. It'll be in the next DNN video I upload. Because somebody just said exactly that, and you are going to be shocked when you hear who it was. Who just turned around and said, I've had enough. And basically said that the Wizards financial reports of 2021 are absolute lies. Oh, besides me. I've been saying that for like 6 months now, like every other video. So, okay, the CEO of Hasbro stepped down for medical reasons very shortly after, unfortunately, he died. And then Rich Stoddard was in as, interim CEO. And you never really know if that means, I'm going to stick around for, 1 month or, 3 years interim, A lot of times people are just like, well, I mean, I'm qualified. I guess I'll do it. I don't necessarily want the job, but okay. And then they do a really good job, and then they just stop looking for someone to replace them. But, no, I mean, either he did a bad job or just Rich, I don't know, really legitimately didn't want the job. I don't think they'd be dumb enough to do an interview with my channel, so I didn't ask. So October 2021 to January 2022, I mean, that is interim. So my initial guess when I heard about this story was that Cris Cox threw his name in as I could do it. I'm currently the CEO of one of your biggest divisions. And look at my performance and look at my numbers. And I wonder if he came in with that intention, knowing the age and potential medical history of the current CEO at the time, which was Brian Goldner. I will say that when I initially looked this up when Brian Goldner stepped down, I think Rich Stoddard had an amazing history with gaming or with the company or something. So if I'm not wrong about that, if I'm not mistaken, it would have been great if he stuck around, honestly. I mean, maybe he's bad at finances, management, and math, but he was good at everything else. So it's kind of a shame. And Cris Cox, he should just be fired, period. It's just that simple. Now, if he's an aggressive, wise businessman who knows how to make profits and they just send him over to Hasbro to do Hasbro stuff with, MLP and Transformers and all the other crap I don't care about, I mean, would that be the worst thing ever? No. Was he the worst thing ever to happen to Wizards? Allegedly, yes. So if he takes that crap, leaves Wizards, and goes to Hasbro to do all that, great. Then Hasbro has more money. They can stop trying to treat Wizards like a piggy bank. And they could replace him with an AI, a monkey, or a 5-year-old human. And they would do a better job running Wizards of the Coast. Because at least they wouldn't be let's go on Amazon and directly compete with the stores. Oh crap, why are stores closing? But I bet he was just heard the writing on the wall, or heard rumors, or heard about the resignation, the step down, or heard about his medical issues and was ooh. I'm going to just burn it up for a year, do all this abusive crap, and then say, oh, look at this, 2 years of COVID, record profits. I'm amazing. And I can almost guarantee you that Hasbro was stupid enough to believe him, and that's why he got the job. They're just like, wow, you can make money? Well, I'm not going to look into it further. I'm not going to look into how you did it. I'm not going to look at your customer base and how pissed they are. Magic man who comes in and makes money. Okay. So at least he's gone from Wizards. But yeah, the fact that he kind of took a higher position, yikes. And he might continue to tell Wizards, like, keep doing the same crap I was doing, but worse. Double up. We want double the secret layers, more abusive stuff. Sell Arena to a third party. I don't know, because it just sold MTGO to a third party. According to comments by a lot of you, a shitty one, nicknamed the Graveyard of Games. So here are some more interesting facts. Cris Cox wasn't just the CEO of Wizards, he was also the COO, the Chief Operating or Operations Officer, which that is insanely dangerous, stupid, and inadvisable to let somebody run both of those areas. Wizards isn't really that big of a company, like structurally, like monetarily, okay, and like reach, but as far as like staff and what they do in the different divisions, they're not that big, so it's like okay, but still. So he will be officially out on February 25th. Now get this is kind of cool. Stoddard, the interim guy, he's going to be the chair of the board. Now, Stoddard said some absolute nonsense, in my opinion. I don't know Cris personally, but just if everything about him is true, he's an asshole. He's a complete asshole who doesn't respect or understand geeks, gamers, the community, anything at all. He apparently just knows cheap, dirty tactics to look good in the short term, make money, and then golden parachute out the window when it all collapses. But he said, having known Cris for years and working more closely with him the last several months, I have no doubt that he will be an extraordinary leader for the next phase of Hasbro's journey. A storyteller and gamer at heart, yeah, my ass. Cris innately understands how to create and nurture brands to drive fan and consumer connection across channels. Yeah, that's just code for he knows how to make money at any cost, no matter what the future consequences are. So he got that right. He is a highly strategic leader. Okay, now he's almost insulting him between the lines here. With the vision, skills, and experience to unlock our brand blueprint for supercharged growth. Okay, yeah, honestly, he started out polite, like being like, he's a gamer, and then just went on to just kind of dump on him saying he knows how to make money. That's it. Supercharged growth. Artificially increased growth. Stuff that nobody before him would have tried because it's going to backfire in the long term. Drive up the stock price? Get rid of your entire customer base. When it crashes, leave to a different company and blame someone else. That is the typical asshole CEO just cycle, I guess, at this point. And I guess like Yahoo, eBay, a couple others, PayPal, they haven't figured that out yet because they've all been burned by that too. Twitter, to an extent. So if you want to know specifically when he joined Wizards of the Coast, or at least Hasbro, it was 2016. So in the time that he worked there, the revenue doubled. And we all know that the customer base went way down the toilet, so that's how egregious their greedy cash grabs have been. So before that, he used to work at Microsoft, can't make that up, focused on MSN, which who the hell is focused on MSN, and Xbox games with franchises like Halo and Fable. Two of the worst things ever, and Peter Molyneux was in charge of Fable, and he's a disaster. He is a walking disaster of a human being, and I hate him. He makes that crazy Theranos bitch that's going to jail now look honest by comparison. So you want to be a million miles away from Fable and MSN and Xbox games, thank you very much. Also, the last couple of Halos were shit. So I guess he jumped ship on that, came over to Hasbro and said, I know how to make Magic make money, and then ruined the brand. So the two questions left on everybody's mind after hearing this is what the hell is he going to do to ruin Hasbro and make them more, well, not even ruin it. It's like in the meantime, in the short term, he's going to make a ton of money, obviously, but the shady crap he's willing to do to make money, just look at what he did at Wizards, allegedly. Or at least allowed other people to do. I mean, bare minimum, if you don't believe anything about him, you got to admit that. Not that I care, I don't care about literally anything else they own. And then two, who the hell's going to replace him as CEO? You might think, oh, it'll be some long time 10 to 20 year person like, you know, Aaron Forsyth or Mark Rosewater. Yeah, right. Literally does not even have a business background. He's not management material. I don't think they're even thinking about it. I'm sure Mark is thinking about himself, but I think he's the only one thinking about him for the role. Aaron Forsyth almost makes sense, but everybody at the company dislikes him from what I've heard. He's also terrible at his job and terrible at taking accountability. So like, cool, it would get him out of card approval, which is basically the majority of his job, kind of. And to say he let a couple things through is a little bit of an understatement. Let's see if that stops happening though, because there was rumors that Cris Cox was behind a lot of pushed, broken, overpowered crap in Standard, bunch of power ramped garbage. So maybe it wasn't Aaron. Maybe it was like, I think we should reject this. And then like Cris calls him up and is like, no, let it through. We're going to sell it to Commander players. Hey, why is Standard dying? Oh shit, I took a different job. Bye. But I can't really name anyone at Wizards that I know for a fact would be like, yes, I'm after that job. Because it seems like the long-term people have settled in to like their positions, you know? Like if you've been playtesting or design for 10, 20 years, first of all, what does that have to do with business management and top-level decisions other than, okay, I've been with Magic for that long? Doesn't mean you know marketing, though. Doesn't mean you know partnerships and business stuff and stocks and all that. Just saying. But if they were unhappy with their job, why'd they stay there for 10 to 20 years? You know what I mean? So all the big name ones that are all on Twitter that you've heard about and have been there forever, I don't see any of them moving out of their job to even attempt to take this. So is Hasbro going to send in another business finance guy? And are they going to demand results? Or is it going to be some, you know, younger, not close to retirement person, so probably under 50, who's going to feel like, oh man, I need to prove myself. I need to prove that they hired the right person or they're going to kick me out. So I'm going to do even more egregious abusive crap. And whoever they are, they're inheriting a nightmare. But more on that in the next video. I don't need to tell you the state of the community. Everybody's pissed, Standard's unplayable, and nobody's touching anything. And they just sold off MTGO, Arena's dying. Yeah, that's what they're inheriting. So who would even want the job? Plus, the reputation of Wizards of the Coast, which is separate from Hasbro and works in a separate building in a separate state. Who the hell would want to manage that circus? I bet, this is my theory, this is my estimation, mark these words, favorite this video, clip this everywhere. I will be amazed if they don't go through at least 3 CEOs in the next 5 years. That is my prediction. Whether they resign because they find out everyone there is batshit crazy, some SJW far left extremist who doesn't even know which way is up and can't stay off of Twitter or shut up long enough to let the customers simmer down between offensive comments, or Hasbro looks at 1 year or 6 months worth of performance and says, nah, you're not doing as good as that guy, get out of here. And they say, but Cris was burning the company to the ground. To which Hasbro and then Cris would say, I don't care money. Make more of it. Do whatever you got to do. And then they'll quit or resign or, you know, get fired or... Yeah, we're going to see the rotating door of CEOs. Well, Wizards, if you want to make the right choice, hire me as CEO. I have at least 8 to 10 years of management, believe it or not. I know the game better than anyone, and I could fix this shit in 6 months. But I'm going to work remotely because I wouldn't go near Portland. No thanks. Or wait, where are they? Seattle. The other one. The other shit one. Seattle. Technically Renton. Okay, whatever. Who cares? I ain't moving to Washington, all right? Nah. I mean, I'll fly out there long enough to fire people face to face while filming their reaction and then live streaming it on my channel. That would be funny to me. I've already got a list, I'm telling you. But then I'm going back to Wisconsin. So, you know, hit me up if you want to offer me the job. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 CEOs in, you'll offer me the job. I'm patient, you know, whatever. Well, let me know if any of you want the job down in the comments section. They'll probably start looking there at some point, and I'll see you guys next time.